Between what's your current review about the chatbot?
Well, that was the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about. So, anybody that I've been able to talk to about it that's made a note, everybody's been actually really happy. So, it's like, oh, it's been so helpful. It told me this, that may, recommended this, da da da. So far so good. We had somebody buy from ChatGPT the hydrogen machine, and it's $9,000. They did not talk to
Wow.
us. They did not call us. I didn't have to do anything. They just bought through ChatGPT. Then 2 days ago, I had a conversation with a woman who booked a call, and she was like, "Oh, I was just on your, I was just talking to ChatGPT, and long story short, it recommended our Sango Coral filter, cartridge." And so she ended up getting that. That was after a phone call, but still.
Yeah, and I am also glad that you mentioned that so many of your customers are talking positively about the chatbot. I also observed the transcripts inside the chatbot. They were telling, "Thank you, this has helped me a lot. This has got me a better understanding about this particular water thing." Like the chatbot, not only it actually sells, but it actually tries to help even for the water issues. And if they got any small repairs, like it's leaking or something, it's actually helping them. Like you can do this to solve that.
I love that, Kushik. That is so, so cool. Yeah. So let's keep it going. Would love to see those conversations. So let's see how we can get that going. And let's just make this the best water bot of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the end of this year, yeah, it's gonna be more advanced if I get that access token. I just woke up now, and before I continue the call with my client, let me tell you something. Getting clients and closing deals is one of the easiest part. But the hardest part is making that client pay you every single month. That's the hard part. Trust me. Providing value is the hardest part, and I did it. So this is the call about that. What happened to my AI chatbot, how it is performing, and I always do this calls like every 4 to 5 months with my every single of my client to track the progress, how it is helping them, and what kind of additional future they want it for the future updates, and how their business is going on currently. And I want to share this call with you guys because I have explored the whole YouTube. No one is sharing this. So let's continue. Yeah, I'm good. Great to connect with you once again.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe you want to give me a few updates first. Did you check your permissions? Do you have everything you need? Do you see clarity?
Actually, I did not have the full access yet. I gave Boris the instruction. He did it. But I don't know what happened, but I still did not get that access. I did not get few permissions. I'm still exploring the settings and all, but I'm not able to navigate the API keys for the order tracking purpose and all.
Huh, interesting. Okay, we will look into that again. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And you mentioned about updates, right? Like you want to improve the chatbot even more. So can I know more about that? All the requirements?
yes, let me see. Let me just pull up the email. What I'd like to explore, but I guess you need more. I mean, we definitely need to start tracking what kind of conversions happen from the chatbot. So I'm assuming that goes back to the API key that you were talking about.
No, the API key that I'm talking about is to create a new feature inside the chatbot to create an order tracking system.
Okay, hold on. Let me go in right now while we're on the phone and try to do this.
So what happens is if I get the API key access, if I get all the technical access, I can control the Shopify store itself inside the chatbot. So not only order tracking, maybe we can control the payment system itself, maybe subscription cancellations, maybe to remove some request, add some ticket request to someone. We can do so much stuff. You can basically even automate Shopify. Like there are so many automation possibilities, right?
Mhm.
And I want to make your chatbot even more advanced and more valuable, but that is the one thing that is stopping me. Between what's your current review about the chatbot currently?
Well, that was the next thing that I want to talk to you about. So, anybody that I've been able to talk to about it that's made a note, everybody's been actually really happy. So it's like, oh, it's been so helpful. It told me this, that may, recommended this, da da da. So far so good. But I would like to start getting like a daily, if possible, recap. Uh, like of a summary of the conversations, right? And have it kind of review the conversations and say, hey, here's the questions where, it fell off or whatever, just so I can have an idea. Because at least when we had the chat before through Shopify, I could at least see what's happening, right? Of course, it was not fun having to respond to people manually. So I do not want to go back to that, but it was just nice because I understood what was happening, right? So I just want to make sure that the conversations are going the right way. And then, of course, I want to make sure that if we can get this developer, whatever app situation figured out, then what I'd like to do is not only be able to track orders that the chatbot basically sold, right? Like I want to see, like, as a salesperson, what did the chatbot sell? And then in an ideal world, the chatbot also begins to understand when people are like, if they just need one final push, for example, right? So like, oh, the shower filter, da da da. And then maybe we need to start offering people an in-chat discount to get them to, and make it sound like, oh, hey, you know what? I think we have a promo going on or something. Let me try to locate the discount code for you. But obviously, we don't want to do that every single time somebody's talking on the chat. So I don't know how feasible that is.
I need to experiment, but first I need to have the access for the whole Shopify.
Of
So I
course.
need to play around with that. And of course, I will keep this in my checklist about the discounts.
Okay. Okay. But in terms of being able to have a recap, of the conversations and stuff like that, is there a way to set that up?
Yeah, I think there is a way. Like, I think I need to build a new dashboard, a client dashboard or an agency dashboard for even for me to check everything and all. I think I will look into that. It will take some time, but I'm damn sure that I can do it.
All right. I love the attitude, Kushik. Let's get it. Let's go. I'll look
Yeah,
at this video and do my best to get this going. And then you just keep me updated as well. Okay.
yeah. And also, 2 days back, when I was exploring your website, I actually saw another second AI chatbot, like Shop with AI. What's that?
Oh, I know. But if you go right now, it
Yeah,
shouldn't
it
be
is not
installed.
there.
Okay. Yeah. It was a mistake. When I installed Microsoft Clarity, they have a smart shop assistant. So maybe you want to take a look at that and see if you get any ideas.
Yeah, I actually tested the chatbot. Like, I was like, what are they maybe experimenting other chatbots and all? So I was trying that. Like, is this good compared to my chatbot and all? But
Yeah,
it is shit.
it
Like,
is.
it was not
Yeah.
able to give Calendly links. It is not able to respond properly. And yeah, you did a good job removing it as soon
Oh,
as.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was literally there for a moment. Like I installed it and I didn't realize that it was toggled on. And then I went to the site and I was like, what the hell is this? There's so many buttons on the bottom. And so, no, we removed it. We're really happy. Like I said, we get positive feedback from, from what I've seen, right? Because I don't get to partake in every conversation. So I don't know. But any of the people that have told me they've interacted with it, they said it was really great. So I think we just need to keep refining. I will say this. I would love for you to take, if you look at the website, we've gone through significant changes. Like,
Yeah, I've been always observing like the chat, like the website interface has always been changing.
yeah, well, we went through a big change from last summer. So because I'm doing these changes myself, right, it does take time.
So
But
this is the
big,
final update for the website design.
yes, 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 yes. So now every page is being converted to this design, to this flow, all of like SEO, LLM recommendations, like all of that kind of stuff is properly built into every single page that's being updated now. So um, we have each collection too has been updated. So what I would say is this: take a peek through them again, because the collections have been now like more well-rounded. So for example, if somebody's shopping for reverse osmosis, you can send them a link to the collections, for example, right? And they can be looking through the collection while continuing the chat with you, or not with you, I mean, sorry, with the chat bot. It's just more information, right? It should be easier to shop now.
Oh, okay. I will take a look. Based on that, I may update the chatbot. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, sounds good. Because even like the way that the language we're using, the way that we describe good for, like I would say have your chat run through the latest website and see, how the chatbot can be improved.
Like this is automated inside the chatbot itself. Like we have gave all the subpage URLs of your website to the chatbot, so it is trained based on that website information too. Not only instead of those PDF docs that you have gave. So it will always refresh every single day to check are there any updates in the website. So I think it has already updated. So it's on. So yeah, the information is on to the date, but I need to check once.
Okay, cool. Now, question. So if somebody goes on and they're like, I'm worried about PFAS, for example, and I don't know much about it, but I hear it's bad. Can you tell me about it? Is the chatbot, obviously the chatbot's going to try to answer, but will the chatbot be able to say, hey, we actually have a really great blog on this. Would you like me to send it over for you?
Oh, blog recommendation. I did not give that feature. Like based on the problem that you can read this blog or not. Okay, that's a new thing. I will
Yeah,
add
so
this into
let's
my
think about
checklist.
that. Yeah, because sometimes people just want more education, right? And I get that because it's a hard thing to execute. Like, unless it's a shower filter, very few people just go to the site and buy, right? They do
Yeah.
shopping, they do all of that. So if the conversation feels like they're not rushing to a solution and they have more questions about certain things, then, our website, even things like, okay, GLP-1 and 3, have you heard of that? Like, what is it called? Ozempic and stuff like that.
No.
Okay, so Ozempic is like a shot that people take, not me because I'm not crazy, but that people take and it helps them lose weight. It helps them manage their appetite, stuff like that. But what people don't know is that when you're on this medication, it really significantly dehydrates you. So we put out a
Oh.
blog that talks about this, right? So in terms of the chatbot, we can really start to even flesh out like the type of questions based on what they're looking for, right? Like based on their lifestyle, stuff like that. So, of course, we don't want to ask people, hey, are you on a GLP-1, right? That's very private and
Yeah.
personal. But I think I was just using as an example, right? If somebody's like, oh, I don't know, I smell a lot of chlorine in my water and I'm just wondering if that's a problem, right? And it could be like, we can have the chatbot answer like a short answer, right? Like it doesn't need to give the whole history of chlorine, but it can give a general answer of like, yes, and then maybe a link or something like read more, click here, because all the blogs that we have, the other thing I've been working on is that each blog also is really well uh, linked, like internal linking, right? So it's going to be talking about the problem, but it's going to be linking back to the solutions. And so they'll be able to have the chatbot open, have the blogs, like they'll be so educated, it'll be crazy.
Yeah, the way the chatbot is working right now. So let's say they gave this problem. We have so much chlorine in our tap water or something. So first, it will identify what's the loophole about that, why chlorine is bad, and it will do some sales talk. Then based on that and pain, agitate, and all, then it will give the product solution. Like you can buy this product from us to solve this particular problem. So that's how the chatbot is now trained. So I think now I need to also train with give this blog information so you can read more about it.
Like maybe it asks them, right? Hey, do you want, um,
Okay,
I don't,
question. So
mhm.
if they say yes, then they will go for the blog. If no, then they will go for the product. So basically, intent findings between yes or no
Yes,
by asking some small questions in between.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I will launch this update by next 1 or 2 weeks for sure.
Okay, that sounds good. I appreciate it. In the meantime, I'll focus on that video either today or this weekend. I'll try to get to it and then hopefully we fix the permissions. But yeah, if you can work on getting the chat overviews to me.
Yeah, and also you mentioned about the sales pop-up timing, right?
Um, yeah, well, okay. Because when I'm on mobile, for example, we have a lot of buttons at the bottom. We have the chatbot button, we have the pop-up, we have the privacy viewing, so nobody can sue us, like all the things, right?
Yeah.
So the way that it pops up, I just feel like it lingers too much. And I was also thinking that maybe it's something that pops up at the
So
top.
it's occupying more space because of the mobile.
Yeah. So maybe take a peek at the mobile, right, version and then see what I'm talking about and see if it could just be like a little bit softer or a little bit more brief where it's just these pings, right? And then also we want to make sure that the products that people are buying also are some of our high ticket items, right? So like it doesn't have to be the whole home because people can't check out online for that, right? But it could be like the hydration stack, right?
Yeah.
Or the Sango or stuff like that. And it would be ideal if when they're on a specific product page, those are the things they see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it. I'm adding all this in my checklist. And also, a lot of people are talking about this whole home stuff inside the chatbot more than any other product
Oh
because they
yeah.
are more curious because we don't reveal the price, right? So they are more curious, so they want more information. And due to that, they want more information. They go into that zip code option. So they want to see what's inside their tap water problem. So they type the zip water, they get all the whole report. And based on that, again, we give a solution. And again, whole home has a solution. And then they book a call on your calendar. So right now, the
Perfect.
chatbot is helping a lot in booking this consultation calls with you. I think you are observing that.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely observing. We partnered with a big well, she's not just an influencer. She doesn't just take pictures with products and pretty, right? She's really in the wellness space. She's got like 600,000 followers, podcast, all of that kind of stuff. And a lot of traffic in the last like couple weeks has come in from that collaboration for sure. So it's cool to see that people are using the feature and stuff. Now I have a separate, and I'm really glad you brought this up, separate thing that I want to talk to you about. Okay. So let me walk you through really quick how I know it's late for you and I'm sorry. So I'm going to try to keep this short. So consultation comes through. I call or somebody from my team calls. Okay. And we pull up the EWG report, the same one that they've seen, right? They've seen or maybe haven't seen, right? Some people still say, oh, I don't know, whatever. So I pull it up and I walk them through. And then based on the conversation, specific things, right? Number of people, size of home, type of recommendation they're leaning towards. Then I work inside of my Claude with like, I have a template and everything to create a proposal. And that proposal is customized. It pulls, I use their water quality report. It matches with the solutions that I recommended on the call and then it gives them the price and then I email it over. In an ideal world, I would love to be able to just send people like in the chat, they're asking about stuff. But see, I don't want to send them pricing without a call because I don't even know. Okay, let me finish my thought and then you tell me if it's even possible and we'll see if we want to do it. So,
Okay.
um, they're in the chatbot, they pull the water quality report, they agree that, okay, yes, this system sounds like something that I'm interested in. I would like to see both models, you know, like both price points to see what fits for me. And then have the chatbot collect the email and then send like have the chatbot create the email or collect the email, create the document on the back end and email it over to them.
Uh, like it is possible, but the only issue is the email can end up in spam. So we need to take care about the email system quality. So that's one thing we need to ensure.
Okay.
Uh, but but it is possible. We can do that,
Okay.
like
Now,
emailing them. But right now they're basically seeing the report in the chatbot itself. So I don't know the point of sending an extra email.
if I wanted to include the price,
But
right?
what we
Because
can do is before they see the report of their water quality, first we can capture their email, save it in our system, then we can reveal that report to them.
yeah, let's start doing that.
Yeah. So email capture. I will also add this into my checklist after solving all those blogs, pop-ups, and everything.
Do you think that in the beginning of the chat we can also collect their name?
Yeah, we can. But
Let's collect their name and let's collect their name so that we can be like, how do we so it's personalized, right? So you're like, hi, who am I speaking with today? Jane. Jane, thanks for being here. How can I help you? Something like that, you know?
yeah, that is possible. But the issue is that I have observed so many times, even with my other clients chatbot, when you just start with, "Hey, what's your name? What's your email?" They just don't use the chatbot anymore because they think like, okay, this is not a real chatbot. It's like a robotic bot replies, and they just save replies. And I don't know, they don't have that feeling to chat anymore because it's asking this personal question at the starting itself. So they don't even like to ask any more uh, problematic questions and all. So I think that may stop.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's not do it, but let's collect if they want the report for the water quality report. It should be, I think at that point, right? We've earned their trust. So can it be like, what's your first name, your zip code, and your email?
Yeah, maybe we can do it at the middle of the chat, but I need to look into that because, and also I added Microsoft Clarity on your Shopify, right? It's because I want to know how the new users are navigating not only inside the chatbot, also on your website, like what kind of buttons they commonly click, all the in average and all. So
Yeah,
I
I told
also
you.
tracking
I
the heat
downloaded it.
map. Yeah, like it will take few more 2 to 3 weeks to collect all the data and give the report. So based on that, I may update the chatbot even more. But yeah, I will experiment a lot of stuff from here onwards. So we will be seeing. And the
Okay.
best part about your chatbot is basically the sales rep, like the kind of sales rep, like it follows an problem aggregate solve sales formula, which is a very popular and simple one. Like it basically asks, it will show the problem by that report, water quality report, and it will show what happens if they don't solve this right now, the problems there. It will let them imagine the situations, and based on that, it gives the solution. So I think you are converting a pretty good.
Okay.
But the only issue is we can't track it since because it's an AI chatbot. But I will look ways for that.
We can't track what?
Like I believe that the chatbot is already converting for the products and also for the sales calls on your Calendly consultations and all. But the
Uh-huh.
only issue is we can't able to track it the exact numbers due to because it's an AI and the volume is high.
Got it. Okay. All right. Okay, well, we'll keep collecting data with the Microsoft Clarity and stay on top of that. Good to know about the website updating, like the chatbot updating according to the website. So that's good to know. You'll let me know about the blogs, right? The blog recommendation
Yeah.
for people that are okay. And then, um, and what else? What
And
else?
once I get that access token, and I bet that your chatbot gonna 10x the value in next 3 to 4 months for sure.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, like there's so many new features that I need to test. I'm experimenting not only with you, with my other previous clients also for their business, and
So
it's
how
gonna
did you get
be
into their
more.
store?
Like they gave up basically the whole access, to be honest. Like not the permissions and all. They just like, oh, yeah, take away. This is my password. I don't know. They never felt like they did not think about security concerns. So I did not even talk about that, but they just gave it. So I did everything.
Got it. Yeah, we've just, it's not you personally. It's just we try to keep it as,
Yeah, I respect that, to be honest. That's why I never tried to force you guys.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that too. Okay, but this is, obviously we see what you're doing and I really appreciate it. And I like that you try to stay on top of testing and all of that kind of stuff, not just like, here's your one chatbot and now you're done. So let me figure this out with the permissions. Maybe I can chat with somebody in Shopify and be like, okay, just tell me how I can fix this. Cause I couldn't see the API key either, only the last like 4 or 5 digits.
Yeah, I think that video will help you. Let me know if it does not. Yeah, and I'm also glad that you mentioned that so many of your customers are talking positively about the chatbot. I'm very glad because I also observed the transcripts inside the chatbot, like internally in the technical field. Like there are so many conversations where at the last they were telling, "Thank you, this has helped me a lot. This has got me a better understanding about this particular water thing." Like the chatbot, not only it actually sells, but it actually tries to help even for the water issues. And if they got any small repairs, like it's leaking or something, like this is, I don't know, the taste is different. It's actually helping them. Like you can do this to solve that. And when they follow that, like they solve their issues and they're happy with that.
I love that, Kushik. That is so, so cool. Yeah. So let's keep it going. Would love to see those conversations. So let's see how we can get that going. And let's just make this the best water bot of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the end of this year, yeah, it's gonna be more advanced if I get that access token.
Okay. I'm on
And
it. I'm
yeah,
motivated.
I remember it now. What I am supposed to say. So we actually recently started a new service, not beyond the chatbot. It is local SEO, like not actual SEO. So
Mhm.
we rank Google Business profiles on top one. So is this something you are looking for? I know you guys are targeting all across US, but this local SEO stuff is only for the local area and
Yes,
only for
Kushik.
the people who has Google Business profiles.
Yes, yes, yes. I just launched, if you go to Plumbing Hub. I just launched that page this morning, and there's a bunch of pages that are broken there because they're not launched because of this conversation. But I'm going to do it right after. But what I need to do, very much so, is start like very heavily working on this local SEO in San Diego. So San Diego, Riverside, and Orange County. I'll send you those counties in an email so you can have better access. But
You
primarily,
have a physical store over there?
yes, we have an address. Like if you go to Google My Business, we have it there.
Oh, and the location is the San Diego. I thought it's California. Okay.
No, it's confusing because I have a model that's unique to this business, like field, right? It's not normal for water systems to ship like across the country. So, yes. Can you talk to me a little bit about that really quick?
Yeah, so recently we started this like 1 month ago. And so we basically figured out the Google algorithm. Like we have figured out why the Google is showing this business on top one. It's basically three things. One is the Google business profile optimization, what exact categories, what exact services, what exact words that you need to keep inside the Google business profile so the Google will start trusting you. And the
Mhm.
second thing is the on-site SEO on your website. So basically we need to see all your pages are indexing so the Google is able to crawl your website, and also the title tags, the h1 tags should be perfect for the Google to identify that, okay, this is the title, so I can understand all the concepts. Now I can start trusting this business, so I can show up in top one. And the third thing is the citations part. So we first will do all the competitor research, like who are your competitors and all, and we'll see the high trust signals, like which trusted websites are pointing to that websites. We'll do all the research and we'll identify those. We'll create a list and we will register your business on all that sites. So Google will see okay, all these websites are pointing to this business, so this is a trustable website, so I can rank them in top one. And there are so many other technical aspects.
Okay, so everything that I have been doing, now I'm curious if you guys can go through maybe next week, I guess. Let me launch a couple more of the local pages. Because I'm just starting this process for the local. And it's very important for us because we have, Kushik just explained, we have our e-com and water filtration business, but we are also a plumbing business. So
Yeah, got it.
things like repiping, drains, fixing things like all of that kind of stuff, water heaters, all of that we can do and are licensed for.
Yeah, if
So
someone searches for that, we need to make sure your business stands in top one so they can reach out to you.
okay, so can you come up with a proposal and can you review what I've done so far and see?
So
Because what
what
I
I will do
did,
is first I will analyze your Google business profile. I will create a detailed report, and based on that, I will let you know in the email, and we can also schedule another call after that research. And also, I will do some competitor analysis.
okay, and just so
And
you
also, you
know,
mentioned that you are setting up some local sites. Like I don't know what you are doing, but let me know
local
once it is over.
pages.
Yeah, local pages. So once it is over, let me know. So from there, we can start it.
Okay, because oh damn, I was gonna say something. Oh, I uploaded a document to the back end of the store that is a specific LLM, like it's literally meant to be like the citation guide or whatever. So I'm just curious if it's working. So yeah, so I just want to let you know that I am all the pages that I'm building are with specific guidelines and guardrails for like being LLM citation, but also LLM recommendation because I've recently learned that those are actually two different things. Um, so I'm doing a lot of that work already. So I'm curious to see if it's working, I guess, and maybe you won't have to start from scratch. You know?
And also the best part is like if Google ranks your business in top one when someone searches. So now Google is heavily integrated with Gemini AI and all the AI tools. So once you rank with the Google algorithm, so now the AI tools will also start recommending your business. So even for the AEO, GEO, all the LLM stuff, Google algorithm is the number one way.
Yeah. So you want to know something interesting? Because I've been working on this so much specifically for all that stuff. We recently had somebody buy from ChatGPT. Uh,
Oh,
we had somebody buy from ChatGPT the hydrogen machine, and it's $9,000. They did not talk to
wow.
us. They did not call us. I didn't have to do anything. They just bought through ChatGPT. Then 2 days ago, I had a conversation with a woman who booked a call, and she was like, "Oh, I was just on your, I was just talking to ChatGPT, and long story short, it recommended our Sango Coral filter, cartridge. And so she ended up getting that. That was after a phone call, but still, so whatever it is that I have been doing, I don't know what, Kushik, exactly, because I've been doing a lot, but something is starting to work. So do your analysis, check it out. I don't think you and your team have to start from scratch because I've been doing a lot of this for the last couple months. And then let's see how we can optimize it and become the number one plumbing company in San Diego.
Yeah, definitely. We'll also focus on the AEO and the Google algorithm stuff,
Yep.
and we'll come up with a great news.
Okay. Sounds good, Kushik. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm sorry it was so delayed, but I appreciate your patience.
Yeah, no worries. And
All
have
right.
a nice day.
You too. Bye bye.